So,
Yeah.
and all I'm saying is that the Lord has his people in bondage, and he wants to let them go. He want his people to serve him. So that means to break away from the occults, family members, jobs, anything is causing a separation between him and serving him and his people. Then he wants Satan and everybody else is interfering to let them go. Let my people go so they can serve unto me what I deserve. I deserve the blessing. He the one created us. Why shouldn't he? Why should he not get the blessing and the praise and be lifted his name up, which is Jesus? Why should we just sit back and give the praise to mankind for things they destroying this earth? They destroying people. They don't care about anything about you. It's all about the greed and the love of money and other things else. Control. They want control, and they want it so much they will kill innocent people or take land that animals been on for centuries and destroy any and everything that the Lord has created.
Yeah. So remember, once the Lord. Remember, the Lord mentioned, it's very important, this part right here, where the judgments, those were judgments against Egypt and Pharaoh. And you notice how the Lord is with things. Sometimes he'll judge one side and other places doing well. But one point I want to make is that final judgment when the firstborn of anything was done, that was a pretty big one.
Yes, it was.
It was. They let them go then.
It took that last bit. I mean, they had darkness. They had locusts. They had flies. They had
disgusting. Imagine that many flies all in your face and ticks.
You had frogs. You had
frogs all over the place. I like frogs, but not like that.
Wherever
you
had
go, in your bedroom, your bathroom,
boils. You had everything that is not nailed down, and it took one incident of death, the firstborn of your servant, of your child, even the cattle.
That's right.
Everything that was not of the Lord. I mean, that the Israelites was not even touched, but it was anybody who was associated with the Egyptians were part of it, and they were afflicted. The Red Sea was red, and fishes had blood. Was all dead,
they died of it and stuff.
It was
so there was so many things going on. In that last one, if you didn't have a blood, anytime the Lord tell you to make do something, and you shedding blood, you better believe whatever you sacrifice has to be not a crippled one or whatever that it has to be. No blemish, no deformity, or nothing like that, no disease. You make that sacrifice, you put the blood where he said put it.
Right.
Everything that the Lord has ordered during that time and now to do, we must do.
Exactly.
So the blood was on the post, and wherever it was at, the angel of death didn't come. But those places that weren't, he went in and he destroyed the firstborn. And then the Bible said, I heard a wailing. They were actually crying, and it was wailing. Wailing is way worse than just crying. Wailing is you beyond crying. You got buckets of tears, and your heart is pouring out. And that's what those people did. Egyptians.
Exactly.
So Pharaoh said, let them go.
That's right. Let them go.
He said, and when the Lord told him let them go, when the Lord tells somebody to do something, they better do it. A judgment come upon them.
Exactly.
Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's right.
Those are all judgments. And now, since the Lord had opened that door for them to leave, he even told them to make sure you have on your shoes and everything else. Because you're going to have to get on out of there. Because the Lord knows the mind of Pharaoh.
Exactly.
Guess what? They're very angry.
Oh, they're very angry.
And then if they had caught those people, young and old, male and female, Moses and all, they would have tried to kill every one of them. That was their job. They were angry. They were fiercely mad. They sent the best army of chariots, over 600 chariots, to destroy them, some of the best men. And they went after them. You know, let the enemy come after you. If the Lord with you, who could be against you?
That's right. That's right.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper.
That's right.
So when the ministers pray for the people that are caught up in all kind of situations, you might have to say, tell them to let my people go in the name of Jesus.
That's right.
You see it in the church sometimes. You can see bondage in people. They steal carnal, and you see this carnality. You see the bondage of the world. Sometimes you can even see witchcraft or all other things going on with people, and sorcery going on with people. And you know, you turn, the Lord help me. I really need some help. Some pastors really do need help. They need people that are anointed too as well. They need people that's down on their knees and praying for those people. Right. Or you don't necessarily have to be on your knees, because you can mess your knees up, put a pillow on it or something. Or you can lay and be in the bathroom. You can take a shower, whatever. You're still praying. You're keeping your mind up on them. You know what I mean? You want that movement. Once that movement made, don't look back.
Right.
Don't look back in your mind. Because a lot of them, when they got to a certain place, they said, oh, we should have just stayed back there.
Right.
Big mistake. Because the biggest mistake on that is that you will be judged like the Egyptians. Because most likely you'll be doing what the Egyptians doing.
Exactly.
Because obviously when they got out there, they began to make when they thought Moses was gone too long, they began to make a calf like the Egyptians, you know.
Right.
And they took everything that the Lord had allowed the Egyptians to give to them, gold and everything, and made a calf and worshiped them. See how the minds of that. Why would you worship something that you made?
Because their mind was still in bondage.
Should be worshiping you.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because if I made it, like if I made a pot, you know, out of clay, I'm the potter, one that made it. Why would I worship something I made?
Right.
It didn't make any sense to the Lord. It doesn't make any sense to me now. I know some people worship Buddha and all that. It doesn't make no sense. I'm sorry. It doesn't make any sense. What? Obviously, it doesn't work. You can inhale and exhale all you want to. It doesn't work. A lot of other things people worship. They put food and everything in front of them. They put cats and all of that in front of them. They put all kind of statues in front of them.
They sacrifice their children.
The enemy will have you tripping. Oh, yeah. They did that in the Old Testament a lot.
Yeah, they did.
That's when the passing of the fire, and he said, take the children and burn them. They said they were passing through fire. Don't ever try passing through fire, especially children or whatever, because you will get burned.
That's right.
Most likely.
That's right.
You will, something going to be burned. You're going to smell burn on you. So that passing through fire is not, it seems so soft, but it's in the Bible where these, the Valley of Hinnom, a place where, well, let me just explain this, that the ancient Jews, some of the ancient Jews worship other gods, and they said to give up that baby and then give it to this God that was burning all day, all night. His hands, the statue's hands were, you know how you put something over something that's real hot?
Right.
Well, that's where they put the baby. And the baby used to scream. They had these drums, and they used to go boom, 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 to keep the parents from hearing the cry of the baby. And then that's where that torment or the hell or the lake of fire like thing come from. Jesus used that. So that was going on in our Bible. That was going on in our days. I mean, in the ancient days, rather.
Right.
And we can relate to it now that the people are doing now. They're making sacrifices.
That's true.
Yes.
So
great sacrifices.
That's really sad. To hear the sacrifices that the people are doing.
Some people are doing it now, but I hope they catch it. In other countries, and in Dallas, some of them trying to do it now and here, because Satanism is a big thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but we rebuke that in the name of Jesus. They're finding people's children and all of that.
That's right. That is so true.